Hey, bro. So I remember 16 or 17 years ago when you had moved out to Colorado. Actually, you moved out a year prior, and it was after quitting your engineering job that you had worked so hard for through college, and you had just decided that you didn't like that environment, you didn't like the intensity, you didn't like the people you were working with, and you just up and quit because it wasn't working for you. And and you took some time to yourself. You were a camp counselor that prior summer. You then went and met the love of your life at BOEC, where you guys were both sharing a mutual passion of helping other people. And I remember on a drive up to your second summer at camp when Amy had uh, committed to joining that camp with you. But anyway, I was driving you up to drop you off from Boulder, and we were talking on the way up, and that was a private conversation that was really inspiring. But the big thing I remember really noticing and realizing that even though you're my little brother, you've you've just got it so much more together, and you've always had it so much more together, and you value relationships in such an amazing way that I always aspire to to do myself. And I remember when we finally got to camp, the camp counselor Steve, who had been working there 4 or 5 years, I think, came up to you and said, "Dude, you've got like 3 letters." And this isn't just any old camp. This was a camp for troubled youth. And he was so impressed because he had been there 4 or 5 years and he had never ever received a letter from any of the kids. And you had 3 waiting for you from various kids who you touched because you made a decision to apply your skills where you wanted to versus just going down a career path you thought you were supposed to do. And I remember at that point just thinking, man, this is my little brother, but I look up to him in so many ways. And I remember around that same time period just thinking that if I ever had a son, that I was going to name him after you because, like I said, you're my little brother, but I look up to you like you're my big brother. And I know so many people whose lives you've touched think of you in that same way. So, happy 40th. As we all know, this is a pretty major accomplishment.